where science meets care and every conversation heals.
Hello and welcome to MIO Podcast. I am Dr. Suresh Rao, your host, and today we'll discuss a really hot topic which you are seeing all the time in the TV. That is regarding the tariff turbulence, that is India's 50% challenge. USA has put a tariff on Indian exports. That is, if we sell something from India to US, in their port they'll put 50% tax on it. So now this is not for all items. They put it for, I think, gem, jewelry, all these things. They have not put it on pharma and other important things like IT. So the thing is, what happens is India exports to many countries. India imports also from many countries. See, suppose you take the example of USA. India exports to USA, that is we sell to USA 80 billion worth of goods, and we buy from USA 40 billion worth of goods. Total 120 billion moves this way and that way, either way. So we are selling 80 billion to US and buying 40 billion. So 40 billion is our trade surplus. That is, we have more money. That is, America is buying more from us. Similarly with UK, we have a trade surplus of maybe 10 to 12 billion dollars, and maybe with one or two countries. So India has trade surplus. That is, we sell more and buy less only with 4 or 5 countries. But with 75 countries, we buy more, sell less. Our export is less, and we buy more. Let's say take the example of China. We buy from China $100 billion worth of goods, and we sell to China 20 billion. So that is our trade deficit minus is around $80 billion. In Russia, we have some $20 billion trade deficit because we buy oil from Russia, but we sell very minimal things to Russia. Similarly, when say maybe the Gulf countries, we buy oil from them, we sell very less to them, say 10 billion, 15 billion trade deficit. Same with European Union, we buy a lot of goods from them, like technology, high-end technology, where it means defense equipment, so many things. And we buy from them, but we sell very less to them. So maybe around 75 countries, India has trade deficit. That means we buy for them, but we are unable to sell for them, to them. So that's a problem. See, it's a double-edged sword. So now when trade tariff has come, when US has put 50% tariff, we know that things can go wrong for our country. Millions of people will go out of job. Like if it is diamond industry, polishing industry and all that, a lot of families are dependent on that, and they were selling to the US. So now suddenly if you say that you will put 50% extra, so the whatever 10 rupees will cost 15 rupees or something like that. So it will be very expensive for the US customer to buy. So you cannot sell there because US, when has to enter the port, they are putting this tax, extra tax. So now this is an issue. It's when you sell to a country and you buy less, then you are in what you call surplus. That is a little better situation to be in. But when you are buying from their lot and you are selling very less, that shows that we have a lot of deficiencies. So I think this Trump's tariff of 50%, 25% he has put, he has told that he will put another 25% if you are continuing to buy Russian oil. So that means economic, politics, everything comes in this world. So the lesson for us to learn, simple thing is, we have to be self-sufficient. That means we have to be better within our country. So when if you produce most of thing in your country and you are not dependent on outside, because India is a big market, we have 1.4 billion population. Every state in India is like a country in Europe. So if we have so many states, if each state is highly productive, we can sell between the states, and then it is no need to depend too much on outside countries. So we need to depend on outside. We have to depend, of course, because sometimes technology is required. But the less you depend on outside will be the better for you. So this is a lesson for us, because now suddenly we are in panic mode. So even in China, we have already 100 billion deficit. That is, we are buying from China more. We are selling very less. And now because America has put tariff now, we have to go to China. We have to see whether we can make some agreement with them. We have to go to Russia. So we have to look at other countries. but we are already in deficit with them. We don't have surplus. We have surplus only with America and United Kingdom. That means we are at a beneficial point. We are earning more from them by selling to them. They earn less. So because they sell less to us. So now I think this is not a knockout punch, but it's a blow for us. So suddenly the whole country, you see TV channels, they are talking all the time about this tariff because it is impacting millions of people probably. So it is not hitting fully, but in the next 2-3 months, if things go like this and 50% tariff from US, because US is our very important partner in business. So we're selling $80 billion to US. So if that stops, it affects us. So we may say that nothing will happen and all that, but that is not the way to think about going forward. What is the lesson for this to learn? I'm not an economist or not a political person, but simple common sense tells me that we have to reform in our country. So it's a very simple thing. Every American company, every British company, any European company, you go to Siemens, you see Intel, you see Microsoft, every company you see, you go to Harvard, you go to any medical school, whether it is in UK, whether you go to US, you go to Europe, everywhere Indians are doing very, very important work. So Indians are doing very well all over the world. So we should think very seriously why Indians are doing so well all over the world. It's a very important thing for us to think because we are importing because they are making research. So why are we importing from France? Because they are doing research. Why are we importing from Siemens in Germany? Because they are producing MRIs. Why are we importing from US some high-end technology like linear accelerators? Because we don't have the technology. So who are doing it? Majority are Indians working abroad and on top of the research because Indians are respected very highly all over the world because they are not doing menial jobs. So they are running the economy of most countries. So and then we are buying from that countries only at 1 into maybe 1,000 price. So if they produce for 1 rupee, they'll sell us for minimum 10,000 rupees because the British, Europeans, and they're very intelligent people. So they will make our Indians do the research. They will make a product and they will sell it to us at 1 lakh times sometimes. It's unbelievable. You won't know, especially for drugs because I'm a doctor and I'm in oncology. I know because our patients are buying drugs 4.5 lakhs a month. And who has contributed to produce the drug in Harvard or in UK? There will be a lot of Indian biologists and Indian doctors and Indian researchers. So what I'm trying to tell is, knowing that this is given a hit to us, it is better we start changing our system in our country. So it cannot be done overnight. It will take 30, 25, 30 years. So at least the next generation, if you want to see them as very good researchers and innovators, so you have to improve your school education. So the primary school has to be the starting point. You know, in Karnataka, I read in the paper the other day, 8,000 schools have only one teacher. It's such a sad story. It's 75 years since our independence, and we don't have teachers in school. So we have to produce maths teachers, physics teachers, chemistry teachers, biologists. All this we have to produce in big number, and we should invest heavily in our young minds, in our schools, who later, maybe 20, 30 years down the line, India can be a superpower. If you just buy from others, you are never a superpower because they will control you. They will control you because if they sell a fighter plane to us, they have the technology. They have what is known as called the source code or something they say. But whatever it is, you can't do much without their permission. Only if you do, then you have the right to innovate and to improve any technology. If you buy from others, it's not that India has not done. India has done. ISRO is what you call a shining example of what Indian scientists can do. You know, it's one institute which has stand so much a bright spot in India. So we should produce that in medical field, in engineering field, in aeronautical field, in agriculture field, in every field we should produce scientists, innovators. So it is very important. For that you should have a mind which can think freely. Like in Bhagavad Gita, it's always told, Krishna and Arjuna when they speak, whatever is, find the truth. Truth is nothing but science. So you can follow even our own what is told 5,000 years back. And that's why India was great at that point of time. Today it is not. Let us not be under the false impression that we are great, we are big. So please don't go by that mentality, because we are not. Because I am telling you, 75 countries we are buying and we are not selling. Only 5 countries we are selling more and buying less. So we have deficit with 75 countries. That means we need so much, but we are not producing it here. So it is very important for us to take this Trump tariff as a challenge and look inwards. So unless if you say that I am everything perfect, I am 100% good, everything is good with me, I am the best, then nothing will change. So unless you have humility, you are willing to learn, you are willing to see what is wrong, invest in your children's future, that is the country's children, where the government, the private, everybody has to invest heavily in how to make researchers in our society, where they can think out of the box. You should give them freedom to think. Don't tell them do this way, do that way. All that will not work. If you want to have research, the mind should be free. You should allow them to think and allow them to create and innovate. So I think only that way, if India starts now, maybe 30 years later, I will not, I don't know, 30 years later is a long time for me, but Indian patients need not await what is the treatment given in America, I follow the same. What is the drug produced by America, I follow the same. I hope someday, if our young children, young minds are given the freedom, they will do researchers, they will do research, they will do innovation, and they will help the whole world. So they can help the whole globe actually. So Indians are very intelligent and very hardworking, and that they have shown all over the world. But India, unfortunately, they don't get that opportunity. They don't get encouragement as it is required. I'm not telling it is zero. Everybody is making effort. But in this world of fast changing things, if you do things slowly, you will be out of the game. Because you should know that India is a young country. It will not remain young anymore for a long time. So we have around 400 million or 650 million, from 400 to 650 million, age group of 20 to 35. So it's a very young country. So if you don't use them properly, it becomes a disaster after some time when they become 60. So the young people of our country need to be encouraged, need to be helped in skills and research. So what I feel is this tariff will help us look inwards. Let us not find faults with America or other countries. That will not going to help in any way. That the politics will take care, everything will settle. But the long term view should be that we look inward, correct ourselves, and see how all states in India can be growth engines, innovators. So that the world will look upon India to get a new medicine, to get few Nobel Prizes from India. All that has to be done. I hope that this will be a lesson for all of us, a wake up call for all of us. And with this, I would like to end. And if there is any other interesting topic, we'll come back again. Thank you.